Welcome. I'm the DeadwoodJedi, and today we are in Sweatsicle's account. It's a great name. We're going to be doing a clan boss tune-up for him. This is a pretty fun one, actually. I've done it already. I haven't done a final run with this, but I think you're going to be kind of impressed. We're bringing in a slightly new composition. You might have seen something very similar to this on Murder Inc.'s channel, or you will shortly. But this is what is basically the Salad Eater. We're coming in with a new composition. Now, to give you a background, Sweatsicle was doing about 2 key on Ultra Nightmare. He's doing between 32 and 35 million. So it's that real annoying spot where you're almost to where you want to get to. And he asked me to come in and look around and see if I can't mix things up for him and, like, you know, get him to that next level, just do some tweaking and whatnot. And normally I don't bother because, like, at that level you're already doing so good, and the difference between 36 and 33 million is minuscule. So it's really hard. But I looked at his account. I said, but he was down. He was like, whatever you can do, just try and make whatever improvements. I'm like, okay, that's fine. We'll take a look at it. And I looked at his account and I realized that there was something here to try that we hadn't done before. And I figured this is worth a shot. So basically he was running, like I said, a white whale with Mashald, which is a great composition, but it's a little... it can be a little squishy. If you don't have a Valkyrie to really put up a huge shield and keep you alive, it can be really hard to sustain. Because while you're taking a lot of attacks, it is hard to keep all your debuffs and still stay alive at the same time. It's very difficult. So it doesn't lend itself to things like ally protection, which is another really great way to survive. So it's a little difficult. But he had his team stacked. They were all in stalwart gear. It was really well built. So I didn't see a whole lot of ways I could improve it. And then I realized that he had 2 champions that everybody is trying to use now because they're just amazing in conjunction with each other. And those are Maneaters. 2 Maneaters, guys. 2 Maneaters. So I said, let's try it. Let's make the man salad. Ooh, I like that name even better. The Salad Eater's good, but I think I like a man salad. Yeah. So that's what we're doing today, guys. We're gonna make a man salad. It should be pretty fantastic. To spare you, actually, because this account was already so stacked, I didn't bother recording what the stats were before. It didn't matter. We were gonna be doing something totally different. So I'm gonna show you what I've done and how I've rebuilt this. We have Draco, obviously, is going to be our main damage dealer. You can see I have him in various sets. We got his accuracy up, so he lands debuffs, 100% crit rate, good crit damage, good attack. We don't have to focus on defense and HP because we're going to be unkillable. And then 207 speed. There's a lot of range on the speed for the Draco part of this. But we're going to, basically these are the same speeds as a Mashald White Whale build. The only difference is the Painkeeper. You're going to have to be very specific with his speeds. And then we also have, where is she? Or he, where are they? There's Mashald. Mashald, right here, got up to 253 speed, almost 100% crit rate, really good crit damage, accuracy solid. I do like getting that leech debuff up. That is helpful. Helps to proc some extra counterattacks from us from the defensive tree. You can see pretty much all the champions are going to be like this. They go down here to War Master, and they come down the defensive tree, picking up Retribution, providing a chance for an extra counterattack. Now, Hearts of Glory is okay. When you're at full HP, you get more damage. I would prefer for this build Grim Resolve, simply because you're going to be going down to 0 and having to come back up. I don't know that you're going to be at 100% the whole time. So that's my personal suggestion, but it's not a huge difference damage-wise. We also have our Maneater here, obviously same kind of masteries like I said. Artifact-wise, we went speed and accuracy. I have 1 Maneater with accuracy, just so we can land the decreased attack, but the rest of them, the other one doesn't. 100% crit rate, which I have pretty much on everybody. 226 speed, solid. The other one here, you can see the speed's 251. Now, the 2 fastest champions, Mashald and this fast Maneater, the speeds have to be pretty close to exact. And you do need one of the Maneaters fast. Then we got 109 crit rate, a little over the top. 157 crit damage, solid. You can see no accuracy on this one here. And then the very last champion we're bringing in is going to be Painkeeper. Painkeeper, 186 speed. That's a very specific number. You can't go lower. You don't really want to go higher. You pretty much want 186 speed. There is a little leeway in there, but you need to check in the calculator. 105 crit rate, good crit damage, and the HP's there as well. So with the Masteries here, I also went down to Retribution. I haven't tested Painkeeper with Retribution. Painkeeper's A1 gives a turn meter boost. And that turn meter boost right here, the counterattack can screw that up. So when we go into this and do the run, it's going to be a little tricky. I'm going to need to check and make sure. There's a possibility that that's actually going to screw things up. So we're going to try and do the run here. And even if this run is successful, it doesn't mean that that mastery won't screw things up in the future. So there's really only like the first 2 or 3 attacks is before we get into the tune is it a little questionable. After that, it won't matter because Painkeeper always goes first. So extra turn meter on someone that's going next anyway doesn't affect things. But it is going to be a little dicey for like the first 4 or 5 attacks. So I want to see where we're at, how we're doing, if it procs or if there's a possibility of it procking, and then kind of evaluate whether we should have that mastery or not. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'm going to go ahead and take myself off the screen, and we'll do the run. I'll talk a little bit over it and then play some tunes and then come back and we'll talk about it afterwards. But this is a pretty cool build and an alternate way to do it if you don't have a Seeker or you have a Mashald and you just want to try and do it a little bit different. So yeah, I think this is pretty competitive. We are going against weak affinity. So our damage is not going to be insanely high. That is something that you'll need to be aware of. And there's a little bit of manual to make sure that it's affinity friendly. I think about turn 7 or 8 you can click auto completely. But there's a little bit of manual in the middle there, like turn 7 you have to jump in and like change a Maneater move in order to keep it affinity friendly. So nothing too huge, but there's a little bit of that. So we'll go ahead, go in, I'll take myself off, and yeah, this should be exciting. Okay, this is the team here. We've got Draco, the 2 Maneaters, and Painkeeper and Mashald. It is really important that, although it is affinity friendly, it is helpful to have Draco be the one taking the stun typically. Although we can probably mix it up. I don't think we're going to get any bonuses out of any of these, so it doesn't really matter. And it doesn't help us to have more HP, so we're going to just go with this. Here we go. Just make sure I have this right. We're going to have a 1-turn delay on Mashald's speed ability, so we're just going to do A1 right from the start. After that, Mashald can use their skills as much as they want, no restrictions at all. Excuse me. Got A1 there from the Maneater. Doesn't really matter, A1, A2 is not important from the 2 Maneaters, but they're not going to use their abilities on the first attack. Go ahead and drop some poisons just to start off. We are going to use Painkeeper's decreased cooldown ability right there. And the Mashald's going to go ahead and use their skills. No rush about that. And you can see we get the leech up, so we'll be healing now. The fast Maneater, again, we're just going to go A1, A2. We're going to wait on the Unkillable ability. Slow Maneater, same thing. We're going to wait on that Unkillable ability. Draco can go ahead and put down the decreased defense and weaken now. Get another attack there from Mashald. And then we're going to use the A1 for Painkeeper. It's important. Want to wait on that A2 ability for a couple turns. And then the fast Maneater, we're going to go ahead and put up the Unkillable and the block debuffs right there. This will keep us affinity friendly. And then the second Maneater, the slow one, we're going to go ahead A1, A2. Doesn't really matter which. Poisons from Draco. Mashald's going to use their abilities again. And then we're going to use A1 from Painkeeper one more time. A1 from the Maneater. And then the second Maneater, we're going to go ahead and use the Unkillable ability. Right there. And so that'll block the stun debuff as well. You can see Draco's doing 115,000 damage. Pretty significant there. At this point, we could click auto. and we just need to come back on turn 6 is the key, or turn 7, excuse me. So we're going to do that. I'm going to click auto, and then when the turn count hits turn 7, I'm going to have to click off on that because we're going to need to manual a bit of it. But at this point it's going to go. We're going to be completely unkillable for just a bit. I'm still want to make sure we don't get that retribution from Painkeeper just yet. Clan Boss isn't doing enough damage to us, so that's good. So we're still doing well. Turn 5, you can see we're still unkillable now. Turn 6. So turn 6, the unkillable fell off there. That's one more. That is one turn where we are vulnerable, is on that turn 6. And now here we are, turn 7. We're gonna go ahead, redo those cooldowns. Go ahead and use our abilities. Both Maneaters, we want to just use A1s. So the key is both Maneaters have their unkillable ability available right now. And what we want to do is we want to make sure we're just using one of them, and we're going to save the other one for the next turn. That's the key here. So we'll go ahead and use the fast Maneaters unkillable right now. Even though it's his first attack, it's a 2-turn thing, so it should last. And this is why we do need a manual right here. Just make sure this Maneater doesn't use that ability. Let's go A2 is fine. Shawl goes there. A1, A2 does not matter. Alright, that's the attack. You notice that Painkeeper goes first, so if she gets Retribution, it is not an issue. So the only key is making sure she has enough HP and defense. So this is the first attack of the Flow Maneater. We don't want to use that ability yet. And now we can click auto again. And because we were able to avoid that, the slow Maneater is going to use the unkillable ability right now. There we go. We're all set, and everything's going to be a nice, simple rotation. We'll have these abilities available every turn. That's it, guys. Pretty easy, breezy deal. And that's it. We're unkillable. We're debuff blocking everything, so it's an affinity-friendly composition. We are healing, so we'll be able to get that retribution attack in. Not yet. Obviously, we need to take a little bit of damage first from the clan boss. And then, honestly, we may have made some of our champions a little too tanky. May have done too many glyphs. But there, you can see that's a retribution right there from the Maneater. He got that proc because he got hurt enough. And from this point on, we're going to be taking enough damage where that will probably be a regular occurrence, where somebody's going to get a retribution attack. But I'll let this run, and I'll come back after. that's really good. Obviously, this is a double Maneater composition. It's supposed to do this kind of damage. You're unkillable, and you're just able to pile in as much poison as you want. It has crazy champions. I'll be honest with you guys, there's 3 champions here I don't have. I don't have a second Maneater, I don't have a Mashald, I don't have a Draco. So for those of you going, well, I can't do this, well, you're not alone. Don't feel bad about that. But it's cool to know what we can do and what is out there. And this is nice. It offers an alternative to the Bat Eater composition, the Batman Eater. This is a different one, brings Mashald in. So big question I need to ask you guys, you need to answer to me. What do we want to call this? I got 2, I think, really good options here. One is the Salad Eater. Makes sense, right? You got Mashald, you got the Maneater, Salad Eater, sure. The second one I'm a big fan of is the Man Salad. Huh? So anyway, you guys tell me what's best. I'm going to put 2 comments down below. One's going to say Man Salad. The other's going to say Salad Eater. You tell me which one you want the best, what you want on the website, what you want to be called. Just hit the like button for whichever one you want it to be called, okay? So whichever one gets the most likes, that's going to be the one that gets the name. I think that's a pretty democratic and fun way to do it. So you let me know. This is a composition that Murder Inc. and myself came up with. It was his idea. I helped him work on it, and I'm pretty happy with this. It's always fun to create something a little bit new. We both get a big kick out of doing theory crafting, and so this was a lot of fun. Make sure to check out his videos. I'm gonna try to put a link in here. I'll put a link in here so you guys can check out his. I'll put it down below so that you can see his video that's attached to this one. I'm pretty sure he's going to be doing this with Turvold instead of Draco and see what kind of damage he can do with that. I'm pretty excited to figure that one out myself and see how that goes. I think it's a cool idea. So it's a little tricky, but I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, guys, hopefully this was helpful to you. Hopefully you, I don't know, maybe it was at least enjoyable to you. But it's always cool to see some of the stuff that we can do. Even if we can't do it ourselves right now, gives us something to aspire to, and that's always fun too. So guys, thank you very much. Hit the like button down below. Don't forget to subscribe, please. Makes a huge difference. And hit the notification bell so you do know when my next video comes out. I don't do these every day, and you want to know when my next one comes out, so you're not missing out on something new and cool that's coming out in the game right now. I'm having a lot of fun doing this, guys. Thank you for all your support. Catch me on Twitch. So much fun. I love talking to everybody. Please catch me there. That's it. That's enough of the plugs. Guys, it's been a pleasure. Till next we meet, I'm the Deadwood Jedi.